All right, so we took one trade today. Yesterday we took one trade, but I forgot to upload it. I won't even lie to you. Fresh account balance. The other one was cooked. I won't lie. We only had one trade left. We took a trade yesterday, and basically lost. But let me go over this trade real quick on gold. We took this trade right here, and I'm not gonna lie. It was a decent trade. I won't lie. Again, risking 1%. Decent trade. Not bad at all. In my honest opinion, I think it continues to the upside. We created a new fair value gap. We're gonna respect it. Probably push up higher later throughout the day. My target was around here. So my entry was after that candle closure. Stop loss was around here. And then our take profit was around here. So it was like a close to 1-to-1. Wasn't really the best setup, I won't lie to you, since today we do have FOMC. So that's one thing I will be waiting for on the indices. The indices right now is moving pretty nice. It went up, especially on Dow Jones, went up to the moon. It's Nvidia breaking all-time highs. The usual, I guess, the usual. But here if we go to the weekly time frame, we had a weekly sweep of the low, buy side imbalance, 4-hour time frame. We had a 4-hour candle sweep. I would have preferred, this is the thing why I moved the stop loss to break even. I wasn't risking much here, simply because if the market was to simply retrace below that low right here and sweep it, then eventually I would have preferred something more high probability. Let's go right here. So if the market came, swept that, and then eventually started to push up higher, that's kind of where I would look for the general idea of the market to, push up higher. But the market never really gave us that. So we just, we took that little trade, the risk. And again, we also have a 1-hour buy side balance and the 4-hour one. But again, I also did take a trade later Asia session. I'll go through that. But hourly here, really not much. 30-minute, this is kind of where it comes in. 30-minute, sweep of the low, CRT forming. And I would have expected, this to not hold. But it is holding, since again we're not really tapping up into a higher time frame PDRA. I feel like if we do tap up into a higher time frame PDRA and we drop lower, then push up higher, this really wouldn't be much of a significance. But again, we also have this right here, so there's a BPR there. That's kind of why you have to draw the stop, be smart. This honestly, I was looking at this before the market was actually going to start to move up higher, but again, I just had to wait for that 5-minute PDRA there, because again, if I'm entering off of the 15-minute confluence, but we have a 30-minute one, I'd rather use the 30 and use the 5-minute PDRA. Honestly, here, if this gets disrespected right here, this fair value gap right here doesn't hold and the market pushes lower, I can honestly expect a higher confluence, higher probability trade idea to form later throughout the PM session, and the market continue to the downside, retracing and from this price lag. But I did also take a long there, which I'm gonna go over. So let's go over that real quick on the other account. The one that we have officially blown, as you can see. And again, another thing too is I only have one more buy for Top Step, but I have 3 resets. So this account, the new one that I bought, I will be basically trading that, and every time like we're getting close to like felling it, we just use a reset. We keep the monthly subscription going, and again, only trading one account. Not really bad. So here's the trade idea here. So we took a buy here, right here, and then a stop loss was at this low. You can see we got stopped out. This would have been close to, low of day. If I'm being truly honest, this could have been the total expansion move, 70 points. Idealistic, I was aiming for like a 1 right here, like a 1 to what? What, 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 would have been nice, but a 1 to 2 was ideal for me. Not really risking much, honestly. It was just like 60 points, $60 we lost. We only used one mini contract, a micro, and yeah, let's go over this real quick. Actually, I'm gonna go over it on this chart right here. So we go to Asia session here, and this is where the trade idea came to fruition. Actually, let's just go over here. So on the 1 hour here, what do we see? We see the market coming down, pushing up, coming down, pushing up again, breaking above these highs. Clear bullish order flow coming into play. Because again, if we were going to be bearish, we would have broken below these lows and continued to the downside. But the market did not want to do that. So then eventually, on the 30-minute, 4-hour, we had a 4-hour EBP. That's where it was. So on the 4-hour, we had a 4-hour EBP form. So the market came, swept the low. This is very crucial to me. The market came, swept the low, and then eventually we formed an EBP. Let's go right here. Market formed an EBP. On the 1 hour, we had a 1-hour CRT form, but of course it didn't form. It was the 1 hour. It was a 1-hour CRT forming, but of course it never held. Never got respect to push up higher. This is what I was looking at right here. For the market to form that, but yeah, just never really held it. Never really respected it, and the market, of course, disrespected it. Came back down, closed below it. This is 1 o'clock right here. Closed below it right here. We were expecting next couple of minutes to push up higher. close above, but of course the market didn't do that. It came down, stopped us out, and then it pushed up higher after. Which is pretty unfortunate because again we were trying to anticipate the CRT. This is why even like before I went to sleep I knew I was like, all right, maybe that CRT doesn't hold and we start to move down lower, you know, and stop me out, which is perfectly fine. Again, this trade was really decent, I won't lie. We pushed up higher and then eventually we started to expand with speed here. I really don't know what type of like confirmation confluence you could have used here on like the 30 or the 15 minute or the 1 hour. Probably this one would have been your best bet. Like this EBP formant or something. It's the market what? I don't know why my PC is so laggy, bro. But yeah, maybe you could have waited for that 30-minute candle to close right here. Opens up, pushes down lower. That's where your entry is right here. Off of the BPR and the change in state of delivery. Failed breaker though. So, but then the market eventually pushes up, comes back down, and then pushes up even more, reaching for your objective up here, you know, and then yeah, kind of ideal. Really nice trade. Again, I'm not really against that type of trade. It was a really good trade. This trade was also really good. But yeah, that was pretty much really it. The account is cooked. Again, road to 100K, I'm still going for it. You know, I'm still going for that road to 100K. One thing I'm doing though is reviewing the losses. Again, taking it slow and steady. One trade, one account. For today, I am gonna try to see if I can find anything for FOMC, and that's pretty much really it. Yeah, that's really it, bro. Like, there's not much else really can do. I want to start to incorporate to trade gold more often. Like, gold is a really good asset right now. It's very liquid. It's moving really nice. Again, moving very nice. Again, using good sizing, using good positions, and risk management to like trade gold. You know, I'm not really trying to put heavy risk on. I'm not really trying to wait during this chop here. I'm trying to have strong displacement, strong speed like this. You know, I'm trying to catch that momentum to the upside or to the downside. Of course, upside though, because again, the higher time frame is more bullish. And yeah, that's really it, bro. Like, there's not much else to talk about here. The trade was good. It was very good. Same thing with this trade here. Was really good. Just the timing of it was incorrect because the market came down, stopped us out, and then eventually started to push up, which is perfectly fine. You know, it's perfectly fine with me. I'm not really mad. In this manipulation lag, you know, the AMD or the market maker X model, you know, like your A, then your M, and then this is where your D is supposed to come in, you know, your distribution or your buy side of the curve, you know, to have strong distribution is not really having that. And again, we have a high impact news event later today, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna journal this trade, move on with my day, and wait for the PM session, you know, and that's pretty much really it. So yeah.